I continue planting a cornflower for every subscriber I have. Last time I collected 46 flowers to bring my total up to 1,138. Now I'm up to 1,216, meaning I need 78 more cornflowers. Last time I built a mob farm to automate the bone meal collection, so I also wanted to try and automate my flower collection. As previously, I've been walking about 200 blocks to a favourite spot of mine to bone meal that area. I came up with my own very basic and not very automated automatic flower collection machine, but to build this I needed materials, which I didn't have a lot of because mining hasn't been my priority. I mean, this is part 3 and I'm still in leather armour. Leaving my house I went to collect iron and redstone. The iron was easy as there's a big mountain right next to where I live. There was so much exposed iron that I was able to collect 26 pieces very quickly, which was more than enough to make the 2 hoppers I needed. The redstone was a little more complex. I just found a hole in the ground and started digging down, which took a long time, but it paid off. With one single vein of redstone, I collected 36. Again, more than enough. My next challenge was to find an area to do this. I tested out multiple areas, but ruled most of them out for being too far away. I finally settled on an area that produced some cornflowers and started to flatten that out, waiting for the grass to regrow to test whether cornflowers would still spawn. Thankfully, they did, and I started making everything that I needed for the contraption. I feel the need to reiterate that I'm no redstone expert, so the design I made isn't all that effective or automatic. I just wanted something that was a bit lower effort than my current flower collection method. Maybe in the next part of this series I'll update it. I built the device and then it was just the waiting game for all the grass within the machine to grow, because you can't bone meal on regular dirt. In this time I travelled back over to my mob farm to collect some more bones because I wanted to be stacked with bone meal. When I got there were no mobs waiting for me. I thought it was broken, but then finally a skeleton dropped and scared me, and after that they just kept coming. After using up most of a stone sword, I'd obtained about half a stack of bones, so I trekked back over to my flower collector and put a bunch of bone meal in the dispenser, and then I began. Again, it wasn't very efficient in the fact that I had to flick the levers, but it certainly was easier than what I was doing before. Sometimes the flowers did get stuck and I had to go in and collect them, but for the most part the hoppers were collecting the flowers. And after about 5 minutes I'd collected all the cornflowers I needed, so finally I went around and planted them, bringing the total number of cornflowers I've planted to 1,216.